I'm Chris Geiger. Welcome to No Movies in Hell.
Hi, I'm LaClaw Scott, and welcome to episode 12.
Episode 12.
Wow, episode 12, where we will be discussing Spencer.
And I have to say, the only reason I wanted to see this movie is because of the costumes and the set. And I don't have a strong recollection of Princess Diana, because I think, I remember when I was younger, the wedding was broadcast and my mom watched it, and so it was on. So I know I watched part of it, but I don't have a strong recollection of her, except for kind of tabloid covers that you would see as you walk through the grocery store.
Same. So, I think I really didn't have much, I guess, historical knowledge going in, other than, I did skip ahead on the season of The Crown and went directly to season 4, with which they cover her. But I was mainly, like you, I was mainly interested in the fashion, costume, jewelry, because I know that it was lots of Chanel. Glad I saw it.
Overall, I thought it was okay. I thought it could have been better in many ways.
Okay.
The woman who was in Shape of Water, I really thought she did a good job in this.
Oh, yes.
When I saw her, I was like, where is she from? But that's where she's from. And Kristen Stewart, I like her. I didn't really see any of the Twilight movies when they came out, but I liked her in Still Alice. And so, and everything I've seen her in since then, I thought she did a good job being Princess Diana. But, you're acting as the Princess Diana, it seemed, was a very constrained personality.
Yeah. I mean, I think I saw the first Twilight film. I don't remember much. I did not watch the rest of the series. I, in happenstance, watched her in the latest, like, Charlie's Angels, because I was on a plane and that's what they had available. So actually, I was surprised by the acting in this. I felt like it was a stretch for her, and congrats to her. But I do think that the material is pretty light, because it's based off of either hearsay or, it's a fictionalized approach. But it was good to see her stretch. I think that she's probably going to get an Oscar nomination for this portrayal. I'm slightly perplexed by why the British royal family would want anything. Why would they want more like tabloid fodder by having more movies and things come out about them? But I really enjoyed the fashion, and I really enjoyed kind of like the setup of how particular they are with, in this case, I think it was 72-hour recap of Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day, and kind of things that went down, I'm assuming post acknowledgement of a breakup, how meticulous the royal family is about like meal planning and like getting dressed. Like you have a dresser. These are things that you're supposed to wear. These are things that you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be on time. And I don't know if it's fictionalized or, it's obviously fictionalized here, but if something were to happen in real life where you actually were weighed upon coming into the house and then weighed upon exit as a metric for having a good time or enjoying oneself, which I find extremely bizarre and troubling. And also, I guess, again, like fictionalized version, but I guess, some more tabloid fodder about like Princess Diana having like an eating disorder. And those things are just kind of like, this is kind of interesting to this story. But I mean, overall, I just thought it was just okay.
Great. I think if you were going, I don't know if the royal family like sanctions this. I don't think that they did. But I think if you were going to go off the rails, right? Because clearly they said, this is a fictionalized sort of version. If you were going to go off the rails, you could have gone way off the rails and really had fun with it.
Yeah.
But they didn't. The one thing I will say is don't try this at home, kids. Don't eat your pearl necklace. You will have to. That's not like that. In her fantasy, in her head, sure, you can eat a pearl, but you can't eat a pearl.
Right.
Your dentist would not, 9 out of 10 dentists would not recommend.
They recommend that you have pearly whites, not eat pearly whites.
Right, right. I did think the jewelry was great. Let's pull up the slide.
Yeah. I think if I recall, because I did my ratings a couple days, I think immediately after I saw the film about 2 days ago, I think I gave it fairly high ratings. Yeah, I did.
Give it fairly high ratings.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Well, again, the hair, the jewelry. So I already knew going in the costumes were going to be done by Chanel, and it was clear there's a lot of 80s Chanel. Who knows if Princess Diana was like a diehard to Chanel, but it was conveyed here. There's a lot of close-up shots of the logo. For the jewelry, I am a fan of Chanel's Coco Crush collection. So it was clear bracelets, rings, with the exception of obviously her wedding ring, and like the earrings were, and I was just like, oh, this is a Chanel commercial. Like, it's clear what they're trying to do here, especially with the shots of the delicate, I want to say ankle, which is incorrect. Oh, the bracelet, and like when they're the dining scene where they're all eating. I really liked that aspect. I kind of felt like it was an extended commercial, to be honest, with peppered in with some surrealism, which I love. So like the breaking of the necklace and her consuming the pearls. It's like, obviously that's the surreal, like this probably never happened. The Anne Boleyn showing up and certain aspects herself and seeing like the parallels there. I liked that. I felt like in the third act, when, she's trying to get to her home, she's having all these realizations of who she is and like how she was a very independent person, was a very strong point. And I liked that. And I liked the way that it was conveyed. But overall, it was a really awesome Chanel commercial.
I mean, I didn't really know what to expect going in. I knew it wasn't really based on reality. It was sort of just based on people who have lived in the world, but not necessarily them, or incidents that happened to them, specific incidents that happened to them. Obviously, they have Christmas. So I didn't really know what to expect going in. I'm glad I saw it, but I don't need to see it again. I was underwhelmed actually by the jewelry. I'm not a tremendous Coco Crush fan. I know, we've never discussed this before. I like it. The craftsmanship is wonderful. It's just not something that I'm drawn to.
Mm-hmm.
But the jewelry itself, the pieces that were identifiable were great representations, reproductions. But I felt like they could have done more identifiable pieces.
Yeah. Yeah. Considering it's like a jewelry heavy family, I guess, the royal family.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't blown away by the story. I wasn't blown away. Really, I wasn't blown away by the acting, except for, I think her name is Sally Hawkins. I thought she did a really great job. And I think Kristen Stewart did a really good job with what she had to work with. But again, I think she could have done an amazing job if they had given her more.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like the material is pretty light. And it was really up to like interpretation.
I did think some of the side characters, the guy who is sent to watch her, the guy who like stands at the door when she pulls up, I thought they were great. And the chef.
Yeah, I really like the chef.
Yeah. So I thought some of the side characters were great, which is why I gave it a 3. I thought I was going to go in and come out of it loving her as Diana, and I didn't, but maybe that's just because I don't like the character Diana.
Or yeah, I guess the character portrayal, or like how they try to, we don't know. I mean, I don't know until they come out with like a full-on biography, or one day I'm on YouTube just surfing and figuring out what was she really about, or what were these interviews about, but I don't see that being a conducive to my time at the moment. Yeah, I thought that she did well or Kristen Stewart did well with what she was given and the direction, I guess, of where they wanted to go with the surrealism. I really liked the surrealism and what they tried to do there, which is why I gave the acting a high rating. And then I think the scores for me went up when it came to like costumes, hair, and jewelry, because it was very of the moment, the late 80s, early 90s. And so I really like what they tried to do there.
Agree.
We are holiday stuff is coming soon.
True. And if I get this edited and up on the YouTube fast enough, people might want to join the No Movies in Hell / I Heart Korean Movies event tomorrow, which is the Battle at Lake Chanjin, which I just found out about today. So that's why it was so last minute. Apologies. I will give more notice in the future if I can.
Find us on Instagram.
And it is on Instagram. It should be interesting. Fair warning, it is 2 hours and 54-minute runtime.
Oh my gosh.
So get some water at the concession stand. You might be dehydrated after it's over. Thanks for joining us, and look for our next episode.
Bye. Thank you.